Greetings, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time we're checking out Knights of the Crusades. This game was developed by Reverie World Studios. These guys made the excellent Kingdom Wars series, which I've also reviewed, and is published by Indie.io. These guys are working on the upcoming Zombie Survival Game Humanitz, a game I hope to cover in the future. Knights of the Crusades takes us back to the age of the Knights Templar, a fascinating and bloody period in history. You get to take on several different factions as you war across the Holy Land. Now, what I love about this game, in addition to the excellent strategy, is an unbiased, unvarnished look at history. The developer doesn't take sides, and they show the conflict from several different angles. Now, the game also has several different improvements from the previous games, and it's an excellent title for those who love historical strategy games. Now, I've really been enjoying what I've seen so far in the campaign, so let's have a look at the Holy Lands in Knights of the Crusades. Now, I have been working my way through the campaign of Knights of the Crusades. We are playing as the Knights Templar, and it's been a 2-year war as we have tried to take the city of Jerusalem. Now, we were successful after a gigantic battle that took nearly half of all of our men, but the city is ours. The problem is that Saladin is coming back for retribution. For my part in the taking of Jerusalem, I kept this small hamlet, Marat al-Numan, one which I personally captured on our way to Jerusalem. So I'm going to show you my new home. This little hamlet is actually very well defended, and I was able to take the city with very little damage to the infrastructure. The problem is we have very, very severely depleted resources. We have very little food, wood, and not a lot of gold either. We are very, very far from Rome, and our reinforcements are not coming. So I'm going to have to build them up myself. As you can see, Marat al-Numan has very good defensive positioning, high walls, and a lot of towers we can use in defense. Trust me, taking this place was an absolute nightmare. You could probably see some of the corpses of some of my men still littering the hills. Now, to start things off, I have built a barn to get some food. We're going to upgrade that barn. As you can see, food very, very low. And I'm going to raise some chickens. Next, we have a lumber camp, which is providing wood. This is what we use for nearly everything. All of our constructions and siege equipment need wood. A hunter's lodge for additional food, which I'm going to upgrade. 2 silver mines, which are providing most of our gold. Let's get our men into the mines. And then some of them working on killing the chickens. Get working, boys. So you can see the food's starting to go up now. I'm going to also build one more building, which is going to be a headquarters. This is going to be our primary city, at least for the short term. Now, we do have some men, but I'm going to need more. I can only hire some very basic soldiers. So I'm going to hold off until the headquarters is built, so we can hire some more powerful units, better military units. Let's get these chickens where they have to go. I don't know how I am controlling chickens. Perhaps it's the holy power of the order. But no one's complaining when we're hungry. Okay, we've solved the food problem. We're getting a steady flow of money. And I'm going to upgrade the lumber camp as well to get us some more wood. Okay, let's head back to the world map. Now, the city I'm in is surrounded by hostile towns. And that's because we cut a path straight through to Jerusalem. We have the city of Hama, the city of Babel, Tripoli, Tartosa, and Hims. Now, obviously, these are the biggest threat right now. They are closest to Marat al-Numan. So I'm going to start by taking these two cities and then hopefully take out Hims as well. If we have control of these 4 cities, we're going to be a very formidable enemy to the forces of Saladin. I can start really shoring these up and creating a wall that he can't get past. The first target of our conquest is the city of Hama. Now, this is a very small town, very lightly defended. As you can see, little more than militia and untrained farmers. Now, I would have thought one of the bigger cities would have sent reinforcements, but what I forgot about was when we took Jerusalem, the surrounding towns all attacked us from all angles. And even though we lost a lot of men, their forces are in as bad a shape as ours. So if I can press the attack, we may be able to take out all the nearby towns. This actually looks very lightly defended. As you can see, my soldiers, even though they're hungry, they are still very much ready for battle. So we're going to get my men chopping up some chickens. I did bring some of the chickens from my hometown for food. And we're going to start off by moving some of my siege equipment into position. These mantlets are really the main shield I use for deflecting archer fire, whilst I get my own archers into position. So I've got 3 units of rangers, longbowmen who specialise in long-range combat. I'm moving them under cover of the mantlets into range so they can start picking the enemy one by one. Then I'm moving my heavy troops in behind them. And finally, if we run into anything really nasty, I've got my cavalry ready to go. Now, one of the new additions to my army is these bad boys, the ballista. These things absolutely smash infantry.
Ram standing by.
And finally, I've got my battering ram that's going to be used to smash the gates down. Now, I'm not expecting a lot of resistance here. I'm just looking for the main gate. Wow, okay. This is going to be a pretty easy conquest. I don't see a gate though. I may have to smash the walls down. That's okay. Let's get the battering ram into position as we search for the main gate in order to smash that bad boy down. This is actually a pretty well defended little place. I don't see an entrance here.
Longbows, be alert. Longbow.
Let's move into position. They do have some archers.
Let's hear.
Nothing I'm too concerned about,
Over there, boys.
because I've got my own archers, and I imagine my range is a lot better than theirs. These bad boys are longbowmen. Although these guys are they are elevators, so let's start
Unleash your fletching.
let's start culling them.
Ready for launch, sir.
Move up the ballistas, they can do the same.
Coming through. Look sharp and fire.
And then we can get our belfry, which will let me scale a wall. I'm not going to do that yet, though.
Longbows, string them. Release them arrows.
Cut them down, boys, you know what to do.
Long shafts are flying.
They did cut down a few of my men, though. Not happy about that. There we go, look at them fall. Unfortunately, when you are sieging a city, you are going to take higher losses. It just is what it is. And these guys are probably too far away for the siege machines. Oh, maybe not. There we go. There we go. We're doing really well. So what we can do is get the belfry up to the wall.
Come on, men. Engage tower.
A steep climb requires a slow pace. Patience, good my lord.
Here we go. Undercover the archers. Oh yes, look at that. We've already broken one of their squads. Cut those guys down.
Longbows, be alert. Unleash your fletchings dead.
Very nice.
Is this a joke, sire? That's daft, sire. I hear and obey.
Okay, so we can now get the men in through the belfry
Our you would be yours.
as we continue our siege. Now, of course, winning is a foregone conclusion here. My goal was simply not to lose too many men doing it. There we go. Get in there, boys. You know what to do.
They cannot keep up this attack. Good things shall come to those who
I'm going to wait until all of my men are in position before we charge.
I hear and obey.
We are losing some men here, but I want to have everyone in position because a charge could be catastrophic if we don't have the right... Oh, look at that. The archers did the job for me. Look at that. Very nice.
Longbows, string them.
So I'm going to follow with the archers.
I pledge my life.
Longbows, be alert.
These guys are simple militia. My units are crack troops,
Hear and obey.
battle hardened, purchased for a small fortune in coin. You know what to do, boys. Finish them off.
Get it done. Long shafts are flying.
Now, if these guys are stupid enough to charge, they're going to walk right into a wall of swords and axes. Look at that. 189 kills and 2 losses. An overwhelming victory. Now, when you take over a city, you've got several options. We can sack the town. We can capture it, or we can give it to the Pope as a gift. Of course, I'm capturing. Beautiful. So once again, we're going to head into Hama. Okay. I forgot about that. So when you take over a city, you can't actually manage it for a couple of months. The citizens obviously a little bit miffed that I slaughtered all of their soldiers, so they can sit in there and be salty while I head over to Babel.
I am the hammer in thy hand.
Now, of course, over time, they'll come around. They'll come around. As we spread the word of the order. Now, again, Babelek very, very lightly defended. This time we're going to be a little bit more aggressive because I want to take this town right quick. Now, the only problem with this game is the loading times. They are quite brutal. Something the developer is working on. Something that their previous game did suffer from as well. Now, Babelek is a little bit bigger. And it means that we'll have more resources, more land to use for mines and farms and all that good stuff. So I'm absolutely capturing this town as well. In fact, I'm going to capture as much as I can.
Haul 'em over there, boys.
So we've got our archer units,
I hear and obey.
our close range units, and our battering ram and siege engines. Now, the ballista work really well, but they are close range weapons. They do great at stopping infantry charges, and they're also really good against cavalry. Speaking of cavalry, our own cavalry's been getting a bit bored,
Ready to help me, Lord.
so we might unleash them in this siege as well. Problem with sieges, often cavalry isn't that useful because you're trying to scale a wall.
Mantlets on the move. Longbows, string 'em.
Let's move our men into position. The name of the game again is Minimal Loss. I want to take this town. I want to lose as fewer men as I can.
Good oaken mantlets here.
The good news is, again, these guys, they're farmers. They're very much basic units.
Longbows.
Not
be
too
alert.
much worried about these guys.
Long shafts are flying.
Probably going to cut down most of them with very, very little concern. Their only archery units are on the walls,
Release them arrows.
and we can cut them down. You can see the difference between peasant rabble and highly trained longbowmen as we absolutely decimate their forces with our own. Our range is nearly double theirs
Or you would be yours. Unleash
as these idiots unleash wave of wave with arrows on mantlets that are basically giant hunks of wood. They can shoot at this thing all day.
Long shafts are flying.
Okay, so let's get our own siege engines into position.
Fire!
Beautiful.
Ready for launch, sir.
As you can see, one of their archery units completely destroyed.
Launch it, lad.
We're taking aim on the second unit. And watch as those ballistas just tear through them. Beautiful. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to bust on through. It seems they don't have a gate here. So it's hard to find the gates in these cities. Oh, there it is.
Longbow,
Okay.
be alert. Good oak and mantlets here. Are you would be yours?
Now, if we can eliminate their archers, we pretty much got this in the bag. They do have some siege machines. We're going to pick those off next. Beautiful. One down.
Release them arrows.
Two down.
Longbows, get it done. Long shafts of
Now, while our archers get into position, let's move up our own siege machines as we batter down that gate. My goal, of course, to keep the town intact.
longbows, string them.
Battering ram, you know what to do, baby. Get that gate down. I smell loot.
Be alert.
They cannot keep up this attack. Good things shall come to those who wait.
Now, their archers are pretty much decimated now. I could sit back and shoot down all of their men individually. That's going to be boring. So let's bust down that gate.
Here's clean and ready.
Are you would be yours? Men of you, march.
Now, while everyone gets ready, we can cut down some of their men.
Long shafts are flying.
Strong men with heavy oak.
I pledge mine life.
Very nice. So the heavy knights are now in position. When the gate goes down, they're just going to rush straight in and kill everyone behind the gate.
Longbow,
The archers are softening up their men. So when we get through, it'll probably only just be a bit of a mop-up. There we go, we've routed there.
longbows, be alert.
Oh, look at that, I didn't even have to breach the gate.
Nothing can seem foul to those that win.
See, I was going to get in there all aggressive like and just go in and wipe out everybody in the city, but they surrendered. Again, we're going to capture. That makes our third city. Babel is now under our order's control. We have Marat al-Numan, Babel and Hama. These guys over in the large city of Hims must be getting pretty scared now because they know we're coming for them. Now begins the Siege of Hims.
I'll fight till my bones and my flesh be half.
Now this city is extremely well defended. We're talking multiple layers of defense, siege weapons, and an army far exceeding my own. In order to win, we are going to have to be very smart. Now there's only one way into the city, and you best believe it's well defended. So we're going to start by moving up my siege weapons, my mantlets, and to start to mount a counterattack. Now when the fight starts, immediately we're going to be taking fire.
Longbows, be alert.
We're going to move our longbowmen to safety.
Are you would be yours?
Then we're going to move our
Longbows,
mantlets
get it done.
up into position. The mantlets are going to be once again providing cover.
Mantlets on the move.
for our archers and for our own siege weapons.
Longbows, string 'em. Tell us, my lord.
Our men are taking hits. We're going to move them back.
Gear's clean.
And we're going to move our ballistas up into position. Now, I don't use these enough. Ballistas are king in this game.
Ballista coming
They're actually
through.
more useful against infantry than they are as a siege weapon. You're going to see this in a minute.
Fire!
Longbows, be alert.
We're going to move the longbowmen up. Now you can see there is a huge amount of enemies.
Release them arrows.
We're going to focus on their own archers.
Ballista boys here.
And we're doing some great damage already. I'm going to move up next my priests. And they will provide some healing support for the men.
Are you would be
We've already pretty much killed a unit of archers. We are taking a little bit of damage.
longbows?
Might just
be
move
alert.
my longbowmen over a tiny fraction. There we go.
Release them arrows.
Now it appears the enemy's going to attempt an infantry charge,
Obey.
which is not going to go well for them.
Where is my horse? I pledge mine life.
I have my own infantry ready to counterattack.
More I do, more I'm needed.
And I've also got cavalry ready to go.
Where's the crowd?
Now the priests are going to be able to heal my archers.
Are you would be yours.
And look at this, this is going very well.
Ready for launch, sir. Straight to the point.
Now we've killed 2 full units of archers. There are a couple left. My goal is to infiltrate and to take this first section of the city. Then use the towers for my archers to then fire upon their other units and their siege weapons if I can reach them.
Ready to help me, lord.
So I'm going to move the mantlets up once more. Get a bit closer.
Long shafts of
And continue pelting them with arrows. This is going very, very well. Now you can see their own siege engines are starting to pelt
behind us.
stones at me. And you'll notice the sound. This is another bit of a bug with the game. It's very loud. Oh, no, you're not. You're not killing my archers. I was prepared for this. I knew they'd try this. They're trying to destroy the mantlets. That ain't happening.
Are you would be yours.
Oi, who told you to stop firing? Continue firing.
Clean and ready. Look sharp and fire.
Now, going to move the men back.
Where is my horse?
No reason to take any more losses.
Men of you marching.
They're moving up more archers.
Release them arrows.
I go forth.
You really want this smoke? You don't want this smoke. So they've sent their spearmen up.
Be alert. Long
I
shafts
have no idea why.
I pledge mine life. Where is my horse?
So I'm going to move my men back. I'm going to move the priests up. And we're just going to, again, start to work on some healing. Beautiful, beautiful.
Would be yours.
That's what we like to see. Now we've pretty much taken the first gate. And I believe we can work on through. I don't know if they've locked that gate. I may need to smash it down. That's okay. I brought all the tools with me.
Men ready. Ram standing by.
Mr. Ram. Straight up the middle.
Ram into position. Longbows, string 'em. Good oaken mantlets here.
Now we're in a position to take this tower.
Longbows, get it done. Strong men with heavy oak.
Now, having a look at their siege engine, I can probably attack from there.
Ready to help me, lord. How you would be yours. Eagerly now, lads. Stand behind us.
I can.
Shelter is on the way. Longbows, be alert. Good oaken mantlets.
Now, as we move up here, I can then get my archers within firing range to do this. Kiss your siege engine goodbye. Beautiful.
Long shafts are flying.
And now we can take the second gate.
Smash 'em hard, boys. Ram standing by.
Now these guys are going to try and take the ram out.
Shut her down now.
And that's fine. As soon as they do, they come down from that tower,
Strong men with heavy oak.
my infantry can cut them down. Most of the units are very heavily damaged.
Longbows, string 'em.
Ready for launch, sir. List the move it now. Launch it, lads.
And the ballistas are getting in on the action. Oh yeah, you're done. These guys are broken.
Straight to the point.
Longbows, be alert. Ready to
Now what we're going to do is move the ballista back,
battering up.
move the battering ram,
Over here.
move up the archers. Without their siege engines, we've pretty much got this in the bag.
Longbows, string 'em.
Now these guys are going to keep coming.
Unleash your fletchings dead.
God grant us patience.
I pledge my life this
I need to be fast. But I need to kill these units because they may come down and attack me from behind.
Gear's clean and ready. Look sharp and fire.
Okay, looking good. So we'll move up the cavalry. We pretty much got this in the bag.
Speak to me, my child.
Let's get the priests up here too. Bit of healing. Why not? This is going extremely well. Better than I had hoped. Now this heavy armor unit, we pretty much decimated them. Let's continue on through. If they are dumb enough to come down, they're going to die in a matter of seconds.
On the move.
We'll just let our archers continue to wail on them.
I pledge mine life.
Stand behind us. Good oaken mat and let's hear.
Okay, so we've got some more archer units, another wall.
Ready to help me, Lord.
That's okay, that's what my own archer units are for.
Get it done.
We've shredded their heavy knights. They're taking a bit of damage now, so let's move this up quick. Get the mantlets into position.
Some of thy workers are doing nothing.
Unfortunately, they are very slow. So we're going to take a bit of a hit as we move up. Oh, they're going to do an infantry charge. Not a smart move.
Longbows, string 'em. Good oaken mat and let's hear.
Let's get the mantlets into the front lines. Bit of protection for the boys. Oh, yeah. Let's get some priests up here. Try and mitigate our losses. Come on, boys. Make them pay for every single kill they get.
Longbows, be alert.
They have quite a formidable armoured archery
Be yours.
force here along the wall.
Longbows, string 'em.
They're going to make me work for every inch.
Eagerly now, lads.
Ready for launch, sir. Launch it, lads.
Release them arrows.
But we can do it.
Dost thou seek counsel?
You would be yours.
Okay, thanks to the priest healing powers, I don't think we're going to lose many units at all.
Long shafts are flying.
Now this is where their barracks are. They are going to continue training units. But I reckon they're not going to have enough.
Longbows, string 'em. Release them arrows.
Straight to the point.
Longbows, be alert.
Looking good, looking good. Now if I walk into that with my military, my close range units or my cavalry, they are going to get shredded by arrows. So let's just stay back. Let the mantlets do what they do.
Longbows, string.
Move them up a bit more.
Longbows, be alert. Long shafts are flying.
Excellent. They've only got normal archery units, not longbowmen.
You would be yours.
We've culled all of their powerful military units. These guys just cannon fodder. But there's quite a lot of them, so we can't
Unleash your
just charge in.
Ballista boys here. Ballista coming through.
It appears they've also got the gate locked.
I hear and obey. Where is my horse?
So going to move the battering ram up.
Ram standing.
We're going to have to take out that gate, and then we can get into their manor and stop them for good.
String 'em. Ready to help me, Lord. Mantlets on the move. Longbows, be alert.
Now, they've still got quite a lot of units. I have to be very careful.
Unleash your fletchings dead.
Shut her down now.
Very nice.
Hear and obey.
That's actually quite an army they've still got. I can't take that on yet.
Or you would be yours.
So we just chill. We just keep cutting them down.
Arrows.
Very nice.
Stand behind us.
Now, once again,
Haul 'em over
we're going to
there,
bust down this gate. I don't see the reason to. We've still got a lot of time. No reason to rush.
Long shafts are flying.
I pledge mine life.
Let's get the battering ram up to position.
Ready for launch, sir.
And I wonder if I can hit them with the ballistas, fire some through the gate. Let's find out.
Longbows, be alert.
I reckon we pretty much cut down all of their units. Now we can move our archers up to the final push.
Good oaken Martin, let's hear. Longbows, string 'em.
My lord,
Launch it, lads.
need to be given jobs.
List the boys here.
We can fly through the gate. Hit 'em. Hit 'em hard. No
Longbows,
mercy.
Be alert. Release them arrows. Longbows, string 'em.
Now this is still quite a formidable force, so we're just going to sit back. We'll move up our battering ram. Smash the gate. But if we take out this force and take over the manor, we have got this mission in the bag. But we got to get in there because they keep they're training more and more soldiers.
Get the ram over here.
We need to destroy that manor. If we don't, they're just going to continually train more soldiers. I don't know where they're getting the money from, though. I've killed all of their peasants. They don't have any mines. They just must have a huge amount of money in storage.
Alert.
Ready for launch, sir.
Okay, let's move this out of the way.
Ram standing by. Gates into splinters.
Yeah, that is a lot of soldiers. They know they're in trouble, so they're just non-stop training the peasant soldiers. These aren't special forces. These guys will go down pretty quick, but if there's enough of them, it's going to be a problem. Might be time for some divine intervention. Let's get the priests up. Please stop shooting at my... They killed my priests. Now it's personal. Come on, man. That's a priest. That's a holy man. You can't go shooting at him. Now it's on.
You would be yours.
Strong men with heavy oak.
Now the gate is down.
Hear and obey.
They've got their own archers up and coming. All I've got to do,
Gear's clean and ready. Ballista
sit back, wipe them out with my own archers, and then go in and clean up the mess.
Launch it, lads.
Very nice. Oh, the carnage. Oh, the humanity.
My lord.
I pledge mine life.
Alright, I think we've waited... Oh, I didn't even need to send the men in.
Full victory now. And smooth success.
Now, that was an incredible victory. Looking at the The losses, 550 men lost. They only killed 46 of mine. Now, keeping in mind that was a battle against nearly double the size of my army, and with a little bit of archery and a lot of luck, we have now taken the city of Him. Him no longer belongs to him. It belongs to me. Now, I would love to continue playing this game. We have a lot more to do. Aleppo and then all of the other cities that belong to Saladin, as well as the final battle against him himself. But I think we're going to leave this here. I think this is going to give you a bit of an idea on whether you want to pick the game up. Now, what this game does really well is present a period of history in a fashion that is very unbiased, as I said earlier. If you want to pick up a strategy game that just lets you experience history, and it also lets you see it from different factions, different armies, and also gives you the opportunity for a grand strategy game. This is a huge campaign. It's going to take you many hours to complete. And I think it's really, really good value for money. If you're a fan of the developer's previous work, if you like the Medieval Kingdom Wars games, then this is an automatic purchase. I've really enjoyed covering the game, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as well. If you like what you saw, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully you'll join me next time when we check out another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.